Yo, what is good? Amazon is tripping. They just released the new rate cards. Man, they have officially destroyed Amazon on-site, commissions and stuff. Like, that is insane. If you haven't looked at those commissions or any of those rates, I'll leave a little screenshot somewhere around right here. So be sure to check it out. But it's just insane how, low they actually lower these things. Now, some people may look at these rates and they may see it just based on a point perspective. So like if they were paying 4%, it dropped down to 3%. And some people will probably look at that and be like, oh, well, it's not that big of a hit or whatever. But I need you guys to understand and look at these numbers and look at it from a percentage base instead. Because look, the highest one I saw on there was the grocery category, which is crazy. They literally dropped it nearly 80%. So for example, if you were making hypothetically $10,000 a month in commissions from purely groceries, and they did this change, guess what? Your income just dropped by 80%. So now you're only making $2,000 a month from just that category alone. So that is insane. And when you start looking at it from this type of perspective, it really changes your mind on how much money you're really going to start losing, with the influencer program. But again, these changes only reflect what they did with the on-site stuff, okay? This does not affect any of the off-site. If you're still sharing links through like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all those other platforms, you are good. You have nothing to worry about. On here, I just wanted to discuss a bit on this, what to expect moving forward, how to, strategize with all these changes and whatnot, because, bro, Amazon has just been heavy brutal on this program for the past 3 months, and we're barely in the first quarter of the year in 2026. So, from losing Halo sales with creator connections and then losing Halo sales with on-site and now these rate drops, I mean, it is pretty obvious that Amazon wants us going into more off-site, promoting products and getting deeper with creator connections. And guys, if you have not watched any of my previous videos or you just barely watching, my stuff, I have been mentioning this for the past few videos. Go back, I'll fact check that shit. Trust me, I've been telling you guys, I've been preaching to you guys. If you aren't building some type of off-site presence, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, whatever, like, you're going to be very screwed in the future. And these rates just prove that even further, because Amazon wants us going more into the off-site aspect. And I've mentioned this before too, like brands, look, we already saw it with the Halo sales with these creator connection campaigns. I've told you guys before, these brands are going to notice this stuff when they start losing all this money and start giving all this money for free, to all these links that have no content attached to them. And so now we are seeing the same thing with these rates, because look, these brands, bro, they're not going to pay you guys just free money. That's why we lost all the Halo sales, okay? And honestly, same thing with these new rates. I mean, it just doesn't make sense for brands to expect us to make money off, all these links and whatnot, right? And so I believe that this is Amazon's way of incentivizing brands to start getting more into creator connections, and like that they actually have content to show for it as far as with all their products moving forward, or at least that should be the way it should go, because seeing all these changes in the program doesn't exactly incentivize influencers in the program to keep moving forward with this stuff, okay? There are people who are making some real life changing money doing this thing, and so seeing all these rates just continue to drop down and down, I mean, it could be pretty affected. And not to mention, if you purely relied on the on-site aspect, then you're going to be affected the most. You will see these changes brutally within the next few weeks, months, this whole entire year. So that strategy has to change. And again, that's where these brands come in, okay? This is where you guys got to dive deeper into creator connections and be more strategic, okay? And that's the thing too, is that now moving forward, you have to be strategic with how you guys are taking your samples, what products you're purchasing, if you're buying stuff, or just sourcing in general. Because now, it's with no Halo sales, on-site, rates going down more than ever, you basically have to take creator connection products, like 100%. The only time it would make sense to not take those products is if it's either a really high ticket item that you maybe want from a brand. So like maybe you want like an expensive $200 computer desk or something like that, then there's that. Or if maybe for a fact you could probably sell some of these samples and make some money that way versus through commissions, okay? So maybe you get, I don't know, a $500 weight rack or some shit like that. I don't know, I'm just throwing some items out there, and maybe you decide, what, it's $500 on Amazon, I could sell it for $250 on Facebook. There's my payout for that, right? So those are the only two ways that it would make sense to take any samples with no creator connection campaigns. Or you charge the brands to upload videos too, okay? So if you're charging them, I don't know, $50 to upload a video, then it is what it is. That's cool. So if you're doing that, you should be fine. You have really nothing much to worry about, and just start implementing all these things. But even with these things going on, it's still important to build that offsite presence as well. Okay, this is what I keep preaching to you guys. Building a YouTube channel is probably the best way for you guys, to expand out of Amazon directly, because bro, all these changes, man, it's insane. I mean, it's pretty brutal. I was looking at my numbers, and it's like, I mean, obviously I have a lot of different products and different categories, so all the rates are going to be different for every product and whatnot. But it's like, if I'm making $2,000 a month from just on-site, even at a 25% loss, with all these changes, I mean, that's still like $500 I'm losing, right? So that's like a bill or two or something like that. Okay. So, or it could be even more, because when you really think about it, it might be close to like 40-50%. So yeah, basically half your on-site is going to be gone regardless. And so that's where creator connection is going to come into play now. Like, you have to get in there. You have to source strategically, not taking free samples and just working for free anymore. That's why I mentioned, like, you gotta strategize better now. This program, man, I have been saying this for months to come. Amazon wants us on offsite. This is just the way that they're moving forward. This is the way they want to basically pay us, like basically not paying us. They want brands to do this stuff, okay? So yeah, if you guys aren't doing that and you're not, strategizing like that, you're gonna have a very tough time in this program moving forward. I mean, it is what it is. I know people who are making pretty good on site, and their commissions are going to be dropping pretty well. I mean, I'm talking a few thousands, from just the on-site perspective. So that is pretty crazy. Amazon has just been pretty brutal with us. Who knows how the rest of this program is going to play out? But I do see more opportunities coming within the next few months due to this issue, okay? Because when you stop accepting products that don't have creator connection campaigns to them, brands are going to notice that, and they're going to be like, well, what happened? Why does nobody want to, create content for our products? Because sure, let's say you find $100, high ticket item with no influencer videos, but that commission is now dropped by half. I mean, it still probably won't even make sense to make a video for that unless the product is worth it, what I mentioned earlier. And so, these brands are going to be like, well, damn, we need to do something. We're going to have to get on creator connections or start paying these creators, right? So yeah, it's a crazy ballpark. I mean, it was already bad enough with the Halo sales, but with these rates now too, it's just like, well, damn, bro. Like, how's the program going to be moving forward? Like, I'm already seeing people talking about quitting. They're done with this program. They've been doing this for like 5-6 years, and it's just gotten worse and worse. And do what you got to do. I mean, because these changes, I mean, there's some real changes now for sure from losing all the Halo sales and what's going on now. So do what you got to do. But just know that for those of you who do decide to stick out and strategize better, you will probably end up making way more money anyways. And I've said this before too, is like, sure, we're going to lose, take a cut off from some of these commissions with onsite. But when you really compare it to creator connection campaign, percentage wise, it really isn't that much of a huge loss, okay? Because sure, in certain categories, you lost what? A percentage, a point. But if you're finding products with creator connection campaigns that have a 10%, 20%, or 30%, or even higher, like that almost doesn't even touch it as far as what you're going to lose anyways, right? Like what you're going to gain from creator connections is still a much more better option regardless. And honestly, this is something that a lot of you should have already been doing anyways. It's just sourcing stuff with creator connection campaigns, because those incentives are still much higher than on-site regardless. That's why when we lost the Halo sales, like with onsite and offsite, I was like, well, damn, we already went through the worst losing the offsite Halo sales. Anything else after that is kind of just a bit, not too much, of a big difference, okay? Because the creator connection campaign Halo sales, those were higher percentages. Those were 20-30% sometimes. And so taking the loss that big made more of a big difference than what's going on right now, okay? So is it bad? Yes. I mean, obviously losing money is bad no matter how you see it. It's just, it is what it is. But again, there can be good coming out of this. And I guarantee for those of you who just strategize better, you get on creator connections, or you start building that YouTube channel, Facebook group deals, whatever the case may be, I can guarantee you guys will come out making way more by the end of the year than you were when all these changes are happening right now. All right. So, but yeah, let's see what's happening. Let's see what's going on. I mean, what do you guys think about these changes? Leave your 2 cents down there in the comment section below. We'd love to hear what everybody has to think about this, because these are some crazy changes. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, it's just, damn, man. hit after hit, bro. They just they're coming after us so hard. It is insane. I almost feel like an Amazon seller when we would get so many changes in that game, and they would just hit for hit for hit. That's just how it's feeling right now. I mean, wow, bro. Crazy stuff. So yeah, but that's my personal thoughts. Let me know what you guys think down there in the comment section below. And I'll just see you guys on the next one, man. Shit, it's crazy shit.